Hey, 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 hey. Okay, okay. Hello, hello. Wow, what a night of streaming. We had a huge PLO cash game going on. 136 with a optional 5x open pre-flop. So most people at the table would straddle to 12. So we went 1, 3, 6, 12. And by the end of the night, it was going 1, 3, 6, 12, blind bet 50. 1, 3, 6, 12, 50. Great night of Omaha. Huge cash game. Go watch it if you missed it, if you didn't tune in live. We had Frankie from Next Gen and Hayden Fortini in the booth. Eddie was running the production side of it. I was running Action Tracker. Such a great game. I can't wait to go back and watch it all with the commentary. And now it's almost midnight. We are just getting to the final table of Katie's game. $100 buy-in, $5,000 guarantee. We hit another record, 171 entries for a prize pool of $13,680. I'm getting an error message that my laptop is going to die. So let me quickly plug this in. Right? As long as we're waiting. So we're on a 10-minute delay. They're just moving over to the final table now. So it'll take a few minutes for them to get over there. I figured I would sit here and talk to you while we're waiting. Hold on just a second. All right, I'm back. So let me go continue over here. All right. Ooh. So it was, I'm good, sir. I've been streaming for 3 minutes. All right.
Hey, how do I look, sir?
Oh, I can't see. Ask me in 7 minutes. All right, a bunch of new faces out there, a bunch of familiar faces, but a bunch of guys I don't know. So this will be a fun one to commentate on. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Juice in the stream. Here's something in my headphone tickling my ear. What's happening, guys? Let's do this. Let's give away some points. You guys are the first ones in the chat. I'm going to go boom. I'm going to go loyalty, add points, 100. There you go. Gamble away with that while we're waiting for these to come up. Try it again, Don Key. You should have 100 points now. Francisco in the chat. Juice in the chat. Did any of you guys in the chat right now tune in to that big PLO game that we just streamed? That's what I want to know, because it was phenomenal. All right, I'm going to go check out and make sure that we have the GFX, make sure the picture-in-picture's working. And it's not. Let me click on here. There it is. Okay. Now it should work. Pink. We don't need the leaderboard. Exit out of there. Juice watched it. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So, go, Rob, go. Well, you know better than I do, because I haven't seen who's in the chat yet. Or, excuse me, I haven't seen who's at the table yet. I was busy the entire day running that big PLO game, so I did not even see what's going on with the tournament. Oh, caps lock is on. That's why that's not working. Let's try that again. Okay, there it is. All right. So we've got Matthew B, Yimmy S, Robert G, Monty, Ralph, Martin, Rodrigo, Rebecca, and Bobby. All right, this is going to be a fun one. If you guys recognize any of those names, I recognize some of those people. All right. Just about 4 more minutes. Let's pull up this chat. Don Key says, I'm playing next Wednesday. This is a great tournament. This is a great tournament. This is our best tournament. This is a $100 buy-in, 20K starting stack, 20-minute levels, $5,000 guarantee. That means we've almost tripled it, more than doubled it, way more. $13,680 in the prize pool. It's a lot of dollars, guys. We have, let's see. Let's look at this button right here. $3,692 up top. That's a nice prize pool for a $100 tournament, right? Everybody's guaranteed $328, tripling their money for making it to the final table. Just a couple more minutes. Gamble, Lego, up to 2,000 points. What's the 8,500 guaranteed? Thought it was Katie's. No, Saturdays. $300 buy-in, 30-minute levels, 30K starting stack, $8,500 guarantee. It used to be a 280 with a 7,500. We made it a $300, added $20 to the prize pool, and added $1,000 to the guarantee, and we crushed that one. That one, it's triple the buy-in, so you can expect it to be bigger, obviously. We got the Asian sensation in the booth. What's happening?
So I'm actually going to come back in like 15 minutes. And the reason is because I just stack somebody, so I don't want to make it seem like
you don't want to hit and run?
I don't want to hit and run. So I'm going to come back in 15.
What a gangster.
I was like, okay, I'm going to play for like 15 minutes.
How much did you stack him for?
This whole stack, 500.
Ooh.
Like 550.
Throw him a 25 and go, hey, I got to go.
It's a guy that doesn't like to fold against me. And so
specifically?
Specifically. And so
is he racist?
No, I think he just knows I'm aggressive and he finds me cocky, which is fine. Which is works in my favor because I replay the metagame against him.
He calls you coffee?
Cocky.
Cocky.
He thinks I'm cocky. So
I thought you said he calls you coffee, and I was like,
it's a limp pot, and I have kings on the button on the Dallas straddle. So I make it 35, and I get 4 calls, and it's like a jack high board, and I just check back, and then he leads for 30, call, and I make it 125. All right, 125, and then he just calls. I think he snap calls when I raise it.
Like ace jack?
He didn't show. And
ace jack sounds right.
He snap calls when I raise, fold. So it's like SPR is like 0.8. So he checks me and I rip it. He snap calls and I just flip over kings. And he's like, nice hand. So
we love this game. We love this game again. Yesterday you hated this game.
Yeah.
Now we love it again.
Did we figure out the card the card issue with the? How many decks did you burn through today?
So, one deck, we broke 1 card.
Okay.
2 of hearts.
Okay.
Not a big deal, right?
Right.
I grabbed a replacement deck that was not sorted.
Yeah.
So that deck is probably good. I gave it back to you. I grabbed another deck that was missing cards. That was our Band-Aid deck. So that one is, I grabbed the wrong deck.
Between all these decks in here, we can probably
Yeah, we'll probably get 7-8 decks.
Okay. Yeah. So we just need somebody to do
We broke like 2 cards.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah, no. But it looked like a lot because I kept swapping different decks. I'm like, oh my god, we're going through another deck. But that was because I didn't know Craig's organization system, and I grabbed the wrong decks.
I got you.
And brought them out there, and luckily Rick doesn't just use the decks. He actually sorts them and goes, oh, I'm missing the 2 and the 4 and the 6.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, wow, that's the wrong deck. Let me get that back. And then the third deck I grabbed, it's just funny because I just happened to grab like all the wrong decks. And the first hand, Kimmy goes, there's a big line in this one. in like there's a marking on the back.
Oh,
like,
on the face of the card or the back?
On the
of the
back where you can see it. So she's like, okay, we can't use this deck. And so I was like, oh, dang it. So I put that one back. I grabbed like a 5th deck in,
and I was like, what?
2 hands.
I was like, oh, that's another deck we just burned through.
And it's fine because I was just grabbing the bad decks is all. And then 2 hours later, they physically broke another card, like it like split, which happens sometimes. So we basically lost 2 cards today.
Okay. So just
not a
2
bad
cards.
deal.
Okay.
It looked bad because I was grabbing the wrong decks, and it looked like we had 5 bad decks.
Went?
I've heard nothing but great comments.
I heard it was phenomenal, dude.
So I'm super excited.
Action tracker was spot on. The production. There's a couple times where I accidentally went to like this screen, like 2 times, but nothing minor, but nothing like hiccuped in the.
Min comes running up to me, Eric, and he shows me, and it's like the desktop view.
Yeah.
Because
I had grabbed something on accident.
Yep.
So and then Tammy texted.
And then he's like, oh, it's back.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So that was like the only mistake I made, and I was like, I'm okay with that.
We're good.
So
We're good.
right,
We'll take it.
let me see if I can
go
restack.
go lose some money for 15. Just go lose back a little bit to him.
I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, guys. So that was the Asian sensation. He's beating up on these guys out there on the stream. You can hear them telling the new people how this works. So it'll be fun. Hey, here's a new thing. Look at this top right corner. 9 over 171. That's a new feature in the action tracker where I'm curious to see how it works. You can see right there in the middle of your screen, and it might be too small. Hold on just a second. Let me pop this up. Bink, you see in the top right corner, 9 over 171. So when you're doing a big tournament and you're streaming feature tables like we do, instead of just the final table, you can put down like we have 89 players left out of 150 that started or whatever you want. That's a neat new feature. All right, so let's check this out. Oh, I almost yelled I was good, but that was 10 minutes ago he asked me that. Katie's game, Rebecca T up top with 900. And uh-oh, you know what I need, guys? I need blinds. So why doesn't it show me how many blinds they have? 990 both? Okay. All right, maybe after a hand it will show me. Let's do seat order. Matthew in the 1 seat with 700K. Yimmy, I think you pronounce that Yimmy. In the 2 seat with 300K. Blinds are 1530 with a 30K big blind Danny. So he's got 10 bigs. Robert with 145 in the 3 seat. Monty 185. Ralph 370. Really short stacked final table, except for Rebecca, who's just crushing. Let's look at this again by organized. So Bobby has 3 bigs. He expect him to get in here pretty soon. Let's just see what happens. And Bobby's right there in the 9 seat. All right, I'm not seeing any action. I'm going to give it a couple of hands before I restart, but this is not a great start. Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay. Action tracker just had to catch up. Scared me for a second. I thought there was an actual problem. Easy game. Monty wakes up with pocket nines, goes all in. Everybody folds. We're going to pop off next to the next hand. Looks like they just started before Craig was totally ready. No big deal. We're all good.
Well, I played 2 hands. Someone had to, right? We're gonna double this up, right?
right, let's go. He's predicting a double up. I'm not gonna lie. I want some action. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can walk through some of this action here. Rebecca with an ace and all the chips. I expect her to raise. There it is. 130,000. Makes it big. 4x plus. Nobody wants to bust first on the stream, so I would expect these guys to play really conservatively. So I'm going to go in here. My man, I'm gonna pop in there and show Craig that new feature. Hold on a second.
Because if you didn't get him, you won't be here. Look at it that way.
Saw this guy last week come back with literally one chip. He brought up. He didn't win it, but he ran it up to like 400,000. Yeah. Might not have been it out.
Half a blind. Yeah. That was in my table.
No, sorry. It was a single $1,000 chip. It was a yellow single $1,000 chip. Oh, wait. He can do it.
New thing just came out.
I can do it.
Okay, I'm back. I had to show Craig that brand new feature that just came out today. Ooh, and I walked into a hand. Martin goes all, I think it's Martine. It's Martin or Martine. I'm not positive. In Minnesota, we call that Martin. Martin goes all in with pocket jacks. Folds around. And it gets through. He's going to pick up the 75 in the blinds and ante. There's a clock left. It shows there's 6 minutes left in level 16. Micah in the box. Now, since I just showed him how that works, it's going to be inaccurate for 10 more minutes because of the delay. All right. Let's check out those chip stacks again really quickly. After this hand. Rodrigo, King, Jack. Lets it go. Early position. Playing tight on the final table with his 500,000 chips. Folds around to Matthew on the hijack. Doesn't want to play. Monty in a king queen in the small blind. I expect a raise out of him. Ooh. Uh-oh. Ralph's going to look him up with the ace 10. Look at this. I want to hear this. You can't fold ace 10 here. You've got 10 big blinds. You got to go with it. Ace 10 is just too strong to fold heads up against the blinds, especially Monty, who can be very aggressive in this situation. The pay jumps are not great. He's only got 10 big blinds. Let's look at this pay jump. He's guaranteed 328. Next out is 397. We don't really care until we get up to the top of the, third place is 1,300, 2,100, and then 3,700. Oh, Ralph does fold. I thought he called and flipped over his cards. Okay. All right, let's look at these chip stacks. You can continue to fold. However, that being said, Robert has 2 big blinds left. Bobby has 3 big blinds left. You really hate to bust before those 2 guys if you're Ralph. He's only got 10 big blinds left, and he's 4th in chips. Monty, with that hand, is 5th in chips, so these guys are really short. That's probably what he's thinking. He's like, I'm fourth in chips, and I don't want to bust, because fourth place money is over $1,000, if he can just stick around and pick up a better hand than ace 10. I don't hate the fold anymore. I wasn't happy about it at first, but thinking about it, I don't hate it anymore. Monty being aggressive again. It worked last time. Let's do it again. He's got the same queen 10. Ralph lets go the king 9. Martin shoves the king jack. Let's go. Yep. Now, Ralph just told Monty I folded a king, so he's drawing to a jack.
I'll take all low cards.
All low cards. Martin's asking for all low cards. Monty wants a queen or a 10.
I'm sure. No, he keeps it low.
Ooh, wow, what a flop. Martin gets bottom pair with a gut shot needing a 10. Monty has middle pair with a gut shot needing a king. Neither one of them wants two pair. Martin is eliminated. Monty comes from behind and hits a queen. Man, Monty doubling up. Martin taking home $328 for his tournament. 5 hours of poker. Let's look at these stack sizes now. Monty's up to 16 big blinds, still half of what Rebecca has. She's over $1 million. Matthew behind her, Rodrigo behind him. Then it's Monty, Ralph, Yimmy, Bobby, and Robert bringing up the caboose. All right. Lego in the chat. Bullet 2, 10s versus jacks versus 8s. 8 sets up. Okay. Chris Larkin in the chat saying surprised how short these stacks are compared to last week with more players. But last week we were doing a toy drive and had a 5K add-on times 158 people. So that's another half a, do the math. Is that 500,000 chips or is that 5 million chips in the Pirates pool? Rodrigo with ace king. Bobby calls with king queen in early position. Does Bobby in the 9 seed? Is he all in? Oh, okay, he's got 15K left. That's very strange. So he's down to his last 15,000. Okay, all right. Very interesting why he didn't just ship pre-flop. But he's all in. Rodrigo's all in. Rodrigo's going to get 400 back. We are off to the races. Bobby needs a queen. Ooh, or a diamond. Queen or a diamond. Running card, nope, just a diamond or a queen. There's only one queen left. Doesn't get it. Rodrigo picks up the pot. Bobby is eliminated for $397. We're down to 8 players. We're down to 7 players just like that. Let's take a look at the stack size. Bobby, 8th place. Robert, 2 big blinds left. Let's look at the payouts. Bobby, $397. Let's go back to stack size. Rodrigo, $720,000. He's catching up to Rebecca. This might be a quick one. Mike, here's what's going to happen. We're going to dust off about 6 people, and then we're going to go 3-handed for 2 hours. And I have to get on a plane at 6 a.m. So it doesn't look like Eric's going to be sleeping tonight.
7-10. I got a big blind and 3/4 of a big blind. I got 1 point. I got 1.78 to the big blind.
Tiny says Martin and Ralph were both at my table the whole time I played. Finished 28th, I think. So did they bust as soon as you busted? Did they break your table and go down to 3 tables? Matthew with 2 10s, Robert with queen 8, all in for 70K. Monty with queen 6 is not going to defend. It's going to be Matthew and Robert. Robert's looking for a queen or a bunch of 8s or a bunch of spades. See this top right corner where it says 9 out of 171? Pay attention to that. It's going to change after this hand when I go out there and tell Craig. He says, I need a spade. There's an 8. That helps. Queen or an 8 or spades. Oh, a 10, but it's a spade. Now he's got the jack out for straights. He's got the flush outs. He's got the 8. Gives Matthew a full house. Wow. The 8 did not help him. Did not help him. We are down to 6. Now in the top right corner, you see where it says 6 now? I just taught Craig how to do that. There I am. Excellent new stuff. Fun. Let's check out the payouts. Micah shuffling. Robert just got eliminated for $534 with trip 8s. You absolutely can chop. Let's check out these stack sizes. Yimmy's asking for a chop with his 5 big blinds. I don't think Matt or Rebecca or Rodrigo are going to let him.
I'm not Chapo, okay?
El Chapo, he says. Blinds are 20,000, 40,000 with a 40,000 big blind Annie. If you're going to fire that many bullets, you might as well join Eric at the range. Oh, speaking of the range, we had so much fun at the range. Tiny joined us at the range. What do you think about that, Tiny? That's a good time, isn't it? Rented the Scar again, the 308. Pew, pew, pew. Such a good time. I love shooting guns. I love playing poker. I love eating breakfast with friends. All of my favorite things I do on Wednesday. Rodrigo picks up the blinds and nannies with that raised pre-flop. What do you guys think about this new feature up in the top right corner where it says 6 out of 171? I think that's super cool. Stack size. Rebecca at the top still, Yemi at the bottom still. Rebecca and Rodrigo just about tied with 20 big blinds apiece. Matthew right behind him. I told you it's going to be a 3-way. They're going to pick off these short stacks, and then we're going to go 3-way for about 2 hours. It was fun to have you, Tiny. Good times, good times. We brought Frankie from Next Gen. Kimmy shot her high-powered rifle for the first time today. I've got some good videos I'll share later. Ralph with pocket 6s in the hijack. Raise and take it. Oh, you know what I'm not seeing? Show out, show heads up history. It's there. Frankie bought breakfast and lunch. He did. We played credit card roulette, and that poor kid lost both times. To be accurate, he chopped with Min for breakfast, and then it was up to Tiny and Frankie for a $180, $170 lunch at Twin Peaks, and
From the last card, I pitched out too, so I don't know which one to like.
We don't have an action, right? No, please.
no action, misdeal. We don't even know what it is. Bink stack size while they're reshuffling.
First round or in the second round. So. We still action, so you had his dance. Give me three. Where's the pineapple?
Then we'll have another midfield.
Not when I have aces. You got pissed off with you.
Check out these payouts. $100. Ooh, Rodrigo in the hijack with 20 big blinds and ace queen. Is he gonna rip it or just raise? I think it's 20,000, 40,000. I think if he'll probably make it like 100. 80. All right, just a min click, just a kiss. 80,000. Small enough he's letting the big blinds in cheap. I don't hate it at all. He does get through. Just shows the ace.
I'm not kidding. You see a live stream. I fought two queens.
Two queens?
Yimmy's trying to tell him he folded 2 queens. I don't believe him. I don't believe him at all.
Did I fold a queen? Yes, I folded a queen.
Should I walk out there and tell them all he folded pocket queens? Trying to ladder up to a $140 pay jump.
Did I say pocket queen? You said queens first. Did I say queens? I always talk to you. I always speak like a great reporter. Alright, time to hit the road, guys.
All right, Yimmy with a king 10 says time to hit the road. And he's singing while he does it. I like this Yimmy character. I hope that's his name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Good job, good job, good job. Thank you very much.
All right, 11 minutes left in this level. These are 20-minute levels. He said if I'd have known you were going to keep singing, I might have called.
You want me to sing it as Backstreet Boys?
That's awesome. I love that.
Want it that way.
That's a classic. I mean, you know, hit the road, Jack. That's classic. You want me to sing Backstreet Boys or ain't sing?
All right.
Or you want my heart will go on?
Rebecca under the gun with ace jack and the chip lead. Let's see how she plays it. I think she's going to probably bump it. Let's just see how much she elects to go. Makes it 100. I like that bet a lot. Yimmy's not calling. Monty's not calling. Ralph folds. Now Rodrigo in the big blind. He's getting a discount. He's halfway there almost. He's in for 40,000 plus a 40,000 ante. Makes it tempting to call with 200 in the pot. It's only 60 more with a suited king. I really don't hate it. He is the only one who can really do damage to her stack. Holy cow. Tiny says. How is Rodrigo going to play this one? All in. Wow. That's strong. That's strong. That's Ace Jack shrinks right up when he does that. I think this is a fold. There's too many short stacks. Wow! She called? Ooh, I don't love that call at all. Even if you are ahead, you've got a 70-30. It means you're going to lose 30% of the times. 3 out of 10 times she's going to lose even with the best hand. I don't love putting all your chips at risk. Wow, that I don't. So, Eddie's back in the booth with me now. Rebecca and Rodrigo are top 2 in chips, right?
Okay.
So, Rebecca opens under the gun to 100. Blinds are 20-40. Folds around to Rodrigo in the big blind. He tanks for probably a minute to 90 seconds and jams with king 5 off. She thinks about it for about another 30 seconds or a minute and calls with ace jack.
That's actually the correct call.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
They're first and second in chips with 8 players left.
Yeah.
Why do you want to fight right now? I don't want to flip. Like, let's say, you know, he's got king 5. Let's pretend he has pocket 10s and you still have 2 overs. I don't want to put my stack at jeopardy right now.
What are the blinds right now?
Blinds are 20-40. She bet 100, like 2.5.
So he bets.
He rips 20 bigs. Check out the stack size.
Okay, so I'm like 90% positive that's actually.
They are 1 and 2 in chips right now.
I understand.
With people with 3 big blinds left.
That's a tough one, but I think I have to check the solver on that one.
I never do that in that. I mean, I hate saying never, but there's 7 people with less chips. I think fourth place has like 7 bigs.
Yeah.
And eighth place or you know, I mean, everybody's just gonna blind out in the next orbit, and
Double check.
she just
It
calls
could be a
off
fold.
with ace
I gotta
jack
go back.
off.
I've been commentating all day, so I need to like think through stuff.
Yeah, your head is a little mushy.
Yeah. So 20 big.
Wow, all diamonds. Nobody has a diamond, so that's irrelevant. There's a jack. Rebecca's in really good shape now. Rodrigo needs a king. Doesn't get it.
Wow, 43 big.
Wow, I don't love the shove, but I hate that call. Larkin saying ace jack's a fold in that situation with all these people. Watch this now.
It's a fold. It's a fold. I'm sorry. It's cool.
All right. She had 20 big blinds. He had 21 big blinds, right? And then we've got 5, 7, 10, 18.
Ace jack suited, ace 10 suited is a call. Ace queen off is a ace queen off. The bottom of your calling, the bottom of your calling range.
Check this out.
Ace queen off. See, looks. 20 big blind under the gun versus the big blind versus 3 bet all in.
All right.
Right.
That doesn't even take into account all those people that are way behind you in chips.
Yeah.
And it's still a fold.
Yeah. It's based off the effective stack size. So 20 big blinds. Ace queen off is the bottom of your calling range for offsuit ace, and the bottom of your range for.
So it's right there.
It's right on the cusp.
Without taking into consideration the 7 other players at the table are going to blind out in the next
I don't
orbit.
know what the stacks are. I just walked in there because I just picked up like 200 chips too. So
first of all, look.
I
at
left
the
my
top.
chips at the table. I was like, leave
I'll
me
be
on
right
it.
back.
Yeah, I was like, I'll be right back.
Look at the top right corner.
Yeah.
6 out of 171. That's a new thing. So, all right, after this hand, Monty's been playing really aggressive. His VPIP is
Who's
20.
Monty?
Monty's.
I know Monty.
Yeah, you know Monty. Everybody knows Monty. Yeah, bad dealer. Definitely the dealer's fault. Ace Jack is a calling on 100. No, not at the final table.
No, that's not.
I mean, he's joking. He's got the laughy emoji there. BT.
I'm not gonna lie. I said it's a good call. I had to like go through it. Like
Think about it again.
Yeah, because I just came in here.
So while they're thinking about this, check this out. Yimmy, 5 big blinds.
Everybody's in the money already.
Yeah,
right?
we're in the money. We're
Okay.
20 places get paid with
He's right.
this many people. So he didn't need to take the chips to the middle. Correct. That's what I said. I did not like the shove, but I like the shove more than the call. I hated the call. It worked out, and she doubled up, and she went from second in chips to way first, but she didn't need to risk that. And that's what Rodrigo was counting on, that she doesn't need to risk that. It was a big gamble. Yeah, I agree. So we got Jack 9 against Queen 10. Monty flops the open ender. Rebecca and Rodrigo both flop second pair. Rodrigo's all in. Okay, now it's a chop between Rodrigo and Rebecca. They both have the straight. Monty has 2 pair that's no good on this board. Scott Friedman, $100 tournaments. She has sick results, so call. I understand that, but I don't love it. You don't need to risk any chips right now. The issue is everyone's short stacked. I wouldn't have risked that much for that situation. That's exactly what I'm saying, Tiny. You got these guys. I'm going to pull up stack size right now while Micah's shuffling. Rodrigo doesn't count because he had 20 when we started. Yimmy, 5 big blinds. Ralph, 7 big blinds. Monty, 7. You know, we got 4 people who are going to bust before you have to play a hand. Yeah, the solvers don't take, even without considering that, the solver said ace jack is a fold. Monty, Trey versus King. Monty's way ahead. I think Yimmy's going to get in before it even gets to Monty. He's going to overcall. Oh, wow. Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, Monty, nothing you can do about this. You just run KK into AA. The only thing going for you is Rodrigo is going to fold an ace. Let's listen to this one unfold. I fold pocket threes. Yep, he did fold a 3. I can confirm that.
You want to run it twice?
Let's run it twice. Let's run it twice. King, ace. Trey folded. BT says a king is coming. If a king does come, we got AA against KK. And they're laughing. I'll bet you there's a 3. There is a 3. Yimmy in the 2 seat folded pocket 3s before it even got to the kings and the aces. He would have. Here we go.
Give me the payout so I can
Right
see what the
here.
ICM is.
There we go.
It's 4. How many left?
I'm gonna turn these guys down. So there's 6 left.
Okay, 6 left.
First place is 3,700.
Okay.
6th place is 6,700. We've got.
What's the big blinds? What
20, 40, 40.
20, 40, 40?
Yep. Here's their stack size.
Thank you.
Rebecca with 44 big blinds. Rodrigo with. See, Rebecca and Rodrigo both had 20 big blinds when I was talking about that.
Gotcha. Do you have to manually override that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's something I had to go teach Craig. You have to, while you're in Action Tracker, pop up and do it in real time. We can't do it as a commentator because
we're 15 minutes on.
it's on delay. So if I did it, it would be on delay. Yumi, OMG, I come back and miss Queen Rebecca as chip leader.
That's she was so fast. So that's hold on. Lexi from Shuffle.
Yes.
And I totally forgot she wanted to be on the PLO list and she missed it. It was a big game.
It was sick.
That was probably our best stream. I mean, we had.
I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Yeah, you running the
I
tracker.
think it was the varsity all the way around.
Yeah. So for the record, Matthew in the small blind, you're gonna actually want to rip that hand.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yimmy does
Give him
rip
points.
it for
I'm
him,
giving points away.
and he calls. Oh yeah, all right, do it.
Yay! I gave away a lot of points.
I hope we don't get charged for these.
Yeah, we're
That's
fine.
hilarious.
Yeah. I always forget that. I'm like, I'm hoping it's free as well.
I hope I hope we don't get an invoice at the end of the month.
For sure.
I mean, we've just been doing this for like a couple of weeks.
Lexi,
We got the 5-5 versus the Ace 4.
Do me a favor.
He
Lexi.
actually, he effectively ripped it. He raised it to 220, and Yimmy and the big blind didn't have that much.
Yeah.
So he effectively did rip it.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. That's actually not a horrible call.
Yeah, he just went, here you go. Let me put you all in. Ace,
Spikes it.
7, tray. We need a 5 or a deuce. A 5 or a deuce. He's got 2 outs, 1 time.
Lexi, can you...
I'm wrong. A deuce would have... Never mind. I was combining.
All right.
hands to
I
try
don't want
to
to put... The reason I don't want to put my number there because it's going to be on there forever. Do me a favor, Lexi. Go to Eric Anderson's Facebook page.
Yeah. Just text me. You know what I can do? I can tell you my number. No, just go to my Facebook page. I don't have privacy settings. I don't care.
Yeah, and then contact him.
Poker Eric or Eric Anderson. I like this Yumi character. Or not Yumi, Yimmy. In the 2-seat there. He's funny. He incorrectly folded 3s to kings and aces. He would have hit a set. He just needs better deck reading skills. All right, Rodrigo under the gun with 8-4. I like this play.
Well, yeah.
Get it in before the big blind ante comes around to you. Any 2 cards, don't look.
So if you contact him right now, then...
$60K is like 1.5 big blinds. He's definitely getting called, but let's race.
You're in for 60? Yes.
Well, Ralph is got his spades covered, so that's not great. We are down to 5 players. 5 players means
So you're only in for the main?
almost $1,000 guaranteed right now. Oh, 5s. Oh, no, that was last hand. Never mind.
Yeah, there you go. Katie, 'cause, like, I don't want to say my number or put it in the chat because like people can like, oh, this dude just gave out his number. So Katie, you have my number.
Dun.
Give a turn
Rodrigo.
and have Lexi just text me. Lexi, you can text me right now. All right, let's see where we're going.
Rodrigo's open-ended, but he's all in pre-flop. I want an ace or a 6 to come just to...
Okay, so what is he betting with here? With a 2? Hold on, I'm
Ralph?
not gonna.
Yeah, well, there's...
So here's the thing.
There's
I'm
no
not
side
a
pot. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the bet here because you want to get this multi-way just to eliminate him.
Now he can win with an 8 or a 4 or
Yeah.
an ace.
I mean, now he's eliminated. Now that's a
Results oriented. Jack high wins this board,
Yeah, but
and he picks up the pot.
that's an ICM mistake. I'm not gonna lie. I did that one time. This is before I knew Kim and Hayden really
Yeah.
well, and before they became my coaches. One time I
Yeah.
did that in the tournament
Why does that say down to 4 players?
in Houston.
For last place, I'm gonna give you a chance.
Oh, because he was just eliminated. Never mind. I just watched it happen. So we are 4-handed. Yimmy, who's... Check this out. Yimmy has had 3 big blinds the whole final table.
Doubles up.
We're on hand 17. The orbit has been around twice.
And
He's
chipped
doubled up, and he went from guaranteed $328 to guaranteed $1,094.
Hit F5.
That's
Oh, yeah,
ICM.
I guess
It's not working. I tried to restart it. It still didn't work.
Okay.
So all we're going to do is see the clock. Whenever you want to see the payouts, you got to
Bringing you late night poker, working overtime, double
Boom,
down
boom.
us here in the booth.
No sleep.
No sleep. Yeah, I'm not going to sleep.
No, we can't go to sleep. I got to be at the airport in 4 hours.
Yeah, so
Kristen said, don't bother packing. You have clothes here. And I went, oh, touche.
okay, so 45. That's about a fourth of our stack. Correct rip.
Blind versus blind.
That's 100% the. Gosh, what are the blinds again? I'm so sorry.
2040.
2040. Okay, it's 2040.
No, it's 3060. They just went up.
So it's 3060. It's 9 big blinds. 60, 600, 124 big blinds.
Yeah, let's listen to this. She knows how tight Ralph is. Ralph is the definition of old man coffee.
And the thing is, it's on live stream. Everybody's gonna be, what the fuck is she? Why is she folding that? How could she
yeah.
fold his hand?
Thank you, Tiny. Wow.
So for the record,
Timer on there. I only folded because it's Ralph.
No. And I don't blame that fold here with you being the chip leader, and you don't want to potentially double them up and give yourself some negative ICM implications there.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, what are the chip stacks hats again? I'm sorry.
Let's pop it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've literally just been back in the booth, so
Rebecca's got 27, Ralph's got 11.
yeah. So if she lost that hand there, she's down to
16.
15, 16 big blinds. Now Ralph would be the chip leader is 22. So that puts her in a really bad spot from a negative EV, negative expected value. You're coin flipping at best. Now, with that being said, the rip is correct from him. You know, that's a hand you really don't want to limp. I actually made that mistake at the final table of the Daniel's birthday bash.
Right.
There was a hand where it was blind versus blind. I had 6s, and I had like 19 big blinds, and I just opened like 3x, and the guy ripped it on me with 8-3, knowing that a guy was about to bust.
Yep.
So Hayden's like, why didn't you just jam there?
Yeah, you jam first. Take the play away.
Yeah, so I love these streams. We talked about this in the PLO stream. You get to, when Frankie, Hayden, and I were in the booth. Yeah, that was me in the background. I was like,
Nice.
Rebecca and I are back-to-back WPT Badoogie champions.
Tiny says Ralph is a crusher. Don't let that old man coffee look fool you. I like his hat. You think I could pull off that hat?
No.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
You could better than I could.
Yeah, it's because I'm brown.
Well, I'm pretty brown.
Yeah, I'm browner.
You are browner. You see?
Yes, Awful Zendo, we 100% will host another one after the new year.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
I'm going to Minnesota in 4 hours. I'll be back next week sometime.
Shit, I'm going to take you there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grind,
Yeah.
and you get ready, and I'll just come pick you up. Are you going to come here?
There's no getting ready. I'm ready.
Do you want to just hang out here?
Yeah.
You have everything you need to go?
I got my backpack.
I almost said, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Kristen,
You get something to eat? We get something to eat like 3:30?
yeah, we'll go to IHOP or something.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll CCR it. I'll lose again for a $30 tab.
Heads up?
Heads up ICM.
Heads up, I see.
We'll chop it.
Chop it, just chop it. Dude, you got to think about how busy we were today.
Man,
Because we were here late last night. Well, you were here later than I was because I had a headache.
I went to bed at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I went to bed about 1 a.m. actually.
Woke up at 9. And when did I text you? That's when I woke up. All right, you do commentary for a second. I'm going to go through my chat. Holy cow, I missed 24. You guys are crazy.
Oh, shoot. I missed some text message. Oh, yeah. You got to go
in our
back.
Poker House Live with Kim and Hayden. We missed 24
I didn't
messages.
miss 24.
I missed 24 messages. Let me go down to Eddie. Oh, duh. It's the top one. Call check. We're going to see a flop.
Jack 10's a hand you can actually rip there with 5 big blinds. It's actually an auto rip.
All right. There he hits his 10. He's going to
I mean,
expect
now
a
he
big bet
has to
now.
rip.
Yeah.
You have enough equity in that hand. Ah.
Showdown value. All he has to do is check back. Old man Coffee's not calling ever.
Jack 10, 5 big blinds, B versus B. Because Ralph has, and if Ralph has a better hand than you just have a better hand.
Yeah.
And these, from a tournament perspective, these are spots that I've learned in the past 6 months, to be honest, and that's really helped my game, attributed to my game. Now there's some spots where other players wake up with. I remember one tournament when I decided to, Kim and Hayden are my coaches. Hayden's more my tournament side. Kim is my cash side. And we did some coaching classes before WSOP, so I got some practicing on some of these smaller tournaments before I decided to fire some of these bigger tournaments in Vegas. And we talked about certain spots. If I have like ace-10 suited out of the small blind with 15 big blinds or less to hijack open, it's a rip. And I'm like, oh, I'm never ripping ace-10 diamonds. I was like, you know what? $100 blind term, let's go.
Let's
Boom.
learn stuff.
I'm like, okay, I'm on the button with 23 big blinds. Everybody has less than 10 big blinds. I have ace-5 suited, rip. Fold. Now, the one time I tried it, the guy in the big blind had ace-king offsuit. But that happens. And sometimes you're going to get called light, and sometimes, you're going to suck out, blah, blah, blah. Surprising Ralph didn't jam here with an ace. Yeah, 100% Tiny. He actually had Jack 10 offsuit, but in the B versus B, ace high on this board texture
Rebecca's
100,000.
just playing off his image.
Yeah, pretty big bet size here.
I think what Tiny's saying is Jack
Anytime.
10 suited would be a jam.
Okay, under
I
10
don't.
bill.
Oh,
Yeah,
or
it
maybe
is.
he is saying. Yeah. All right. Whatever.
No, it 100% is.
So I took this picture this morning at when I woke up at 8:39.
You texted one time.
46 degrees in my RV.
Yeah.
Ran out of propane.
Yeah, I remember you texted me, and then you came
And
over.
then I came immediately came over.
We went to breakfast.
Went to breakfast. Played with Emmy.
Yeah, went to the gun range for about 2.5
Favorite
hours.
thing. That was. I did all my favorite things today.
Yeah. Then went to go eat again. Drank some beer. Came
Hey,
here.
how about Frankie? Double losing / winning CCR.
Yeah. Had to pay the whole bill. It was $171.
Yeah, it was a good
Twin
one.
Peaks. Yeah.
So I had to cancel my flight. 46 degrees. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm from Minnesota. That's actually balmy. It's 17 below tomorrow.
Okay, I think I have your number. Oh.
I'm half hoping my flight gets canceled. I'm more than half. I'm like 90% hoping my flight gets canceled and I don't have to go to Minnesota. As much as I want to see my family over the holidays, I don't want to go to Minnesota. It's 17 below. Just cancel it, give me my money back. I'll fly them down here. Waitress gets a nice tip always with us, Tiny. That's how we roll,
Yeah, they always get good tips.
dude. Now, Dallas is too big for them to recognize me right away, but in Bemidji, fabulous service. You come out with me in Bemidji, they fight over who gets to be a whose section I sit in. True story. 4 out of 171. Let's click on this again. 30, 60, 60. Also, I got a lot of compliments. Rebecca way at the top with 27 big blinds. Matthew, Ralph, Yimmy. Yimmy's just a little bit behind them with 8. Matthew and Ralph both have 10.
Now, if anybody gets a double up off Rebecca, chip
makes
stack
it close.
sizes, depth.
Ooh.
Goodness gracious.
Speaking of getting a
Stack
double
depth.
up off of Rebecca, Matthew's going to get a double up off of Rebecca.
For the
pair
record,
versus
this is-
pair four-handed.
What does the big blind have in terms of big blinds?
The big blind is, let's see, the big blind is going to be Yimmy, and Yimmy has 6 big blinds.
Yeah, so this
because
is
he
actually-
had 8, he put in one for his blind and Annie,
This is actually a jam.
for sure. And Matthew's going to call, and Yimmy's going to fold, and Matthew's going to double.
He may not call.
Yeah, he calls. He's got 10 bigs with a pair, four-handed.
Yeah,
That's a call.
it's a rip for the button.
Yeah. Oh, rip. Yeah. Oh, Rebecca didn't rip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a standard rip.
I see. On the button, I'm ripping with any pair against 2 guys who have
Yep.
8 and 10 big blinds.
Yeah.
Or
And now,
you know,
if you raise and you get 3 bet, you have to fold, right?
it's really hard. I would rather just put it in pre
Right. Just
and see all 5 cards.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's one time I ripped ace jack off suit on the button. Guy has ace queen, calls.
And
Correct
bang.
call. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, from an ICM perspective, from a solver
Did
perspective.
you hit a jack?
Huh?
Did you hit a jack?
And that hand, I actually did hit a jack.
There, see,
Yeah.
that's why we do that.
Yeah, but now on my other time when I had ace 5 suited against ace king, I did not hit a 5, and the ace king held up. So it's gonna happen. I used to be scared to like jam 10-9 suited.
Here, Rebecca's a talker. Let's listen to this. She's going to talk her way through it. No, she's just going to rip call. I've got a pair. What? I ain't scared. Oh, and then she goes, oh, whoops. Well, that didn't work out. And guess who's really happy? Yimmy. Yimmy's going, heck yes. Let's get another $300 pay jump right now. I love it.
How about a chop?
we even had that much sleep. So,
Really?
you know, Tammy even said, "You're giving away too much information yesterday," and I was like, "Dang it! Okay, I know." Yeah, when I was helping Derek, and I was like, you know, I don't mind giving that kind of stuff away. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, effective stacks were It's like effective stack size were 10.
I'm just small blind, 30.
He was big blind last year.
That was a big one, yeah.
Lexi, I think I just texted you. Let me know if you got it. You have a Houston number? You from the H-Town? That's maybe why you like PLO. That makes sense. The game was so fun. Oh my gosh. Bracelet winners, Choctaw main event winners. Yeah, are you not on the stream? It was fun. Yeah. I think irrespective of your stack size, you're ripping. If you have 10 big blinds, or if you have pretty standard rip, gonna rip for protection.
3. I think it was a 3.
I'm digging the Indiana Jones hat. I'm loving it. I had to use the restroom. I had too much coffee because I was so tired. We were towards the end, like you could hear me, Frankie, and Hayden yawning. We're like, "Aw." Yeah, they're still playing. I mean, the lineup is half the lineup. Good point. Fair enough. Okay, Katie, you definitely gave me the wrong number. Katie, you did a bad job giving her your number. First 3. That doesn't make sense.
Was a king 8. King 8.
Yeah.
I needed an 8 so I can tell it.
You won't find me on Facebook because. Yeah, I'm like, no. Katie texted me yesterday, so maybe you. I'm not blaming anybody. Well, I guess I am. I don't know who's not. What's up, Rick? 40 viewers in the chat at 12:45 a.m. Guys, we had so much activity in that stream. It was like the views. Like Kim's texting me right now. Just Facebook Eric Anderson. Eric Anderson is spelled the white person way, so you're not gonna. Not gonna.
Players all in.
Oh, Rebecca with 2 10s.
Players all in.
Rick, in the top right corner, you see
Time to hit the road, Josh.
Turn them up, guys.
Yeah, you got me jumping.
4 players left.
But I'm gonna fuck the Bears.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Okay, and
How
then
about
run
a-
a runner first straight.
How about a straight?
Alright, so 10 8 9. Jimmy way behind.
There you go. That's a straight right there.
That's a straight right there.
That's not a straight.
7 to help. 7 for a sweat. No, 6.
It was nice.
Oh, the 7 on the
Good talk. Good to you guys. Take care. Make some money.
Be careful at strip clubs.
No, I'm going home. Shit.
Oh, somebody might be watching.
All right. Sorry.
Do.
I don't know.
What does it say?
I think we're
On
really
air.
tired.
On air.
I'm 100% not going to play today.
On air. On air. All right. Here. On air is lit. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing.
I can hear you.
Oh, I don't think they can. All right. Weird. Because my thing wasn't. See how my yellow one? Weird. All right. Very. Oh, weird. I don't know. Weird. Anyway.
That's what I was
Matthew in the small blind with the Jack Queen, 21 big blinds. Ralph only has 9. Old Man Coffee, you don't have to rip it against him. Just min click it, and he's going to fold if he doesn't have it. That's my read from watching for the last hour.
Well, so for the record, in a B versus B situation like this, Queen Jack has enough equity where
and
you can
it
rip.
does work. He raises. It works. We can now better than it was. We can now. Hear us? Well, I was playing with buttons. Audio sounds odd. Someone off the yes. Yes. That's I was testing it. So exactly what happened. I was testing the
That's
button.
correct.
Oh my God, you're so tired.
I'm so tired.
All right, hey, guess what? We've been streaming for an hour.
What's that?
We've been streaming for an hour.
All right. Points. Gamble.
During cash games, I like to give out points every hour.
Okay.
During tournaments, I like to give out points every half hour because I don't know how quickly it's going to end. Boom, 150.
Let's go.
That's 15 bets, guys.
15 bets.
10x raise.
Guys, I think everything, like, for those of you that watch the stream, I thought everything earlier went flawless. There's a couple of times where I messed up with, like, when I brought the blue screen over. The transitions, other than that, the transitions were solid. Action Tracker was awesome.
Action Tracker's going good right now. I scolded Craig yesterday. He's doing well today.
It's a tournament, though.
It's a tournament.
I'm probably... Let's talk about who's going to... Oh, wow.
Matthew flops bottom set. Rebecca has no part of it. Check. She's not interested in this at all. He's trying to trap her, but it's not going to work.
Small size.
Yeah. I mean, there's 280 in the pot. The blinds are 40 and 80. Bet 80. See if she does anything.
350.
Way too much.
I'm not a big fan of the overbet.
No, making it look like a bluff, whatever. I would. He started out trying to trap, but when that didn't work, he tried to overbet. Regardless, he's picking up the points. The only way that might have worked is if he checks one more time or bets really small, and she hits a king or a 9 or something. All right. I got my
John
coffee.
Berryman in the chat came by and got his jacket.
Yes, from Houston, right?
Yeah, from Houston.
Yep, Monday. How you doing, John?
Did you end up coming by and playing this tournament?
I did not meet him.
Okay.
Did you meet him?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Tiny overbets really, that's for the record, that's untrue because I overbet pot and I get called so light.
Dude, they probably don't work for you because
No,
you're.
they work for me because
No, for Tiny. I was talking to Tiny. People always call my overbet.
They always call my overbet
because they think I'm aggressive.
I'm always aggressive.
If you don't have an aggressive image, and I've never played with you, Tiny, so I'm just guessing based off of my stereotypes that
because he's old and white.
Because he's old and white. You can definitely buy a gun without a background check. We were joking about that today.
Yeah, we were talking about that today.
So
I use overbets all the time. Actually,
I use overbets all the time.
Yeah, so
people always think I'm bluffing. They always pay me and try to trap me.
Actually, in certain spots, overbets are solver approved.
I don't know anything about solvers. I
Yeah.
just feel like I should overbet and get paid.
I actually overbet pot the other day when I river the nut flush when I knew the guy had a smaller, when he had like queen eye flush, and I just overbet pot.
Thank you for the coffee.
He said, dude, snap called. It's like ace high flush.
Rep, you heard it, Winstar. The dealers didn't like it. Really?
Yeah, actually, for the record, Winstar and Chocolate don't like us because they're taking away a lot of their business.
We are. They don't like poker in Texas at all. They're fighting hard to shut
John,
it down.
when you come in, are you gonna come down and play at all over the next day or two? I can copy it.
A day and an hour.
Yeah, that was you were. I was in the 2 seat. You were in the 1 seat. That guy in the 9 seat called with a horrible call with the boat. He's never supposed to be
People
calling
call
there.
Everything, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
Well, I'm like the only guy that ever
All right,
3
let's-
bets, 4 bets.
Do you fold ace 3 on the button? Ace 3 suited, 3-handed.
To 3 big blinds?
No.
Never.
I'm shipping it.
In fact, that's actually if you have the table cover, the table cover, it's an auto ship.
Oh, yeah. Let's listen to this one. Ace, queen, king, queen,
This is a non-call
non-call.
from her. Yeah.
King, queen, 3-handed said no, don't call.
290.
After
Three
an
big
open.
blinds. Buttons could have anything.
Calls.
Oh.
I'm calling.
Okay, so they're gonna both call. Okay.
Check it down. Eliminate Ralph. Bump up $800. Thank you.
All right, we got 3 players.
I'm
in hand.
definitely
Both are
calling
only
if I'm
rolling
Rebecca
for me.
right there.
You two got heads up action going to a side pot.
Yeah.
There's no side pot. We're going to check it down and eliminate the guy who's all in.
Section here.
Check, check.
Matthew actually has the best hand bottom pair.
Dodging a king or a queen. Rebecca can't win this now. If a king comes... Oh, excuse me. She needs a king.
What are you doing? Why are you betting?
What are you doing?
You're never supposed to bet here
Matthew.
to eliminate a player. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go play cash. Bye.
Oh, yeah. The ICM is ridiculous, Matthew. Check it down. Eliminate Ralph. Yeah. Rebecca's going, what are you doing? Let's check it down. Matthew does hit a flush draw, and he does eliminate
Just ripped it.
Ralph. She would have hit the king on the river.
Thank you.
So results oriented, good bet,
They caught it on the river.
but you still
Small blind and big blind.
want to. Yeah, I don't. Well, okay, okay. King was coming. Yeah. 3-handed with an $800 pay jump. I just check it down to make sure we eliminate the third person in that situation. He does bet, gets Rebecca to fold what does end up being the best hand, but there was no side pot. Here's your payouts, Tiny. Ask and ye shall receive. First place, $3,700. Second place, $2,200. Ralph just took home just short of $1,400. It's V frustrating. Yes, it is V frustrating. Not to Ralph. Don't call. I do call. All right. Matthew, ace 4 on the button with 32 big blinds. Rebecca down to 8 big blinds. Let's do this really quickly. John Berryman said he's heading home. 32 big blinds to 8 big blinds. Well, he bottom pair, and you know, I don't know. I like checking down for a 1K come. Scott in the chat, captain of the varsity. We've got 7 minutes left in this level. Rebecca QJ, Matthew J. Trey, 8 big blinds. I don't see Matt calling with a jack 3. He lets it go. Rebecca came as a huge chip leader to this table. Matthew was an underdog. He's up nearly 2 million chips. She's down 85,000. So basically he took out everybody and a little bit from her. 1 big blind from her and he took out everybody else at the table. At the 40-80 stack that we're at right now, on hand 35. Tiny says, I'm glad they're not chopping. No chops, just champs. That's how we do here. For the record, you are allowed to chop. We just don't like it, and we discourage it. We want you to play. We want you to win. We want you to be victorious on the stream. She's got 8 big blinds left. She's in the big blind with the big blind ante. 8-9, offsuit. Any 2 cards is a 60-40, and she does let it go. Those blinds come around fast when your head's up, though. 5 minutes left at this level of 40-80 with an 80,000 big blind ante. Level 19, 171 entries, down to our final 2. Matthew running away with this. 2.8 million chips to a 0.685, 685,000. Matthew with the king, or with the queen jack. Rebecca with the jack 6. Totally dominated. She's in the small blind. We need to double up. Kopaska just subscribed. Thank you, Kopaska. She ships it. He's going to look down 2-face card, heads up, and probably make the call. Too much at the top to chop. I like the incentive to play end game poker. I love it, Scott. I couldn't have said it better myself. Matthew is in a great chance to end this tournament right now. All he needs to do is fade a 6. Oh, tree. Ace, just fade a 6, and you're done. Game's over. Matthew wins $3,692. And Rebecca taking home $2,189. That's it. We're done. 1 hour, 19 minutes, final table. I'm going to give everybody some chippies. Let's do this. Right here. I call them chips. They're actually points. I'm going to give you all points. You stay till the end. Everybody gets 300. Okay. You're welcome. Thanks for staying. Appreciate you so much. I'm leaving for Minnesota for the holidays. If I don't see you, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I will be back sometime next week. Thanks for watching to the end. I'm going to run over some stats. The stats are pretty irrelevant right now. Actually, I can't even show you the stats. I can just tell you what what Matthew did. So let's just look at these payouts. Matthew at the top, 3,700. Rebecca, 22. Ralph, almost 14. Yimmy, almost 11. Rodrigo, 958. Monty, 670. Robert G, 534. Bobby K, 397. And Martin, 328. Oh, thank you so much for staying till the end. 1 out of 171. You guys have a great holiday. We'll see you next year.
One with your phone?
What's up? Oh, you just send it to me. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's it.
215.
Yeah.
758. Appreciate you.
What's your name?
Matt.
What? Last name?